FMDS Dean Dr. Innocencia Buot, Secretary to the Faculty Dr. Joan Serrano, our course administrator and chair of FMDS Continuing Education Committee, and the University Extension Associate, Sir Larry Cruz, our course coordinators, resource persons, fellow graduates, friends, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. First of all, I would like to share in my message about my childhood experience with my entrepreneur father. My father was a med rep who was assigned in Davao City where I was born, but he resigned early on his job to be with his family more often, and also to manage their family business in Zamboanga City, where we all grew up. The business became on his full management after several maintenance and replacement of the machinery parts. That's also after his father passed away. I would say that my father is a farmer. His family are all into farming, though though my father is into farming related business, with the rice and corn mill as the backbone of his income. In my life, I have seen and experienced how business could go up and down and struggle to cope with time and technology given the limited resources, especially in finances. I always knew business is risky. Business could provide your family needs, but not all business could really take you out of life's challenge. I have seen my father engage in several other failed businesses like the Dodo ice cream carts, initial bread production for a bakery, and other sorts of agricultural services where the capital invested was not recovered, like the mobile rice mill where the rice mill was mounted on a vehicle. Through all these years, 3, 4, 5 decades, he is still in the agricultural business world. He was able to send us to school. He was able to support me to go to UP, and he was able to convert one of his establishments from diesel fuel to electric operation. My father has a very strong will to revive his business, and it is probably because of his passion into entrepreneurship. I may have acquired that passion in business, but I still lack of that strong will to commence. This summer, 6 months ago, I decided to finally enter the world of entrepreneurship with the support of my husband. I started to create a scheme where I could invite some of my friends to invest on a restaurant business which I never had the chance to start because the place that I'm supposed to rent was taken by other aspirant like me. By the way, I am in Mongolia. Unlike in the Philippines, Mongolia has a very young, globally oriented market, and going into business these days might bring the beacon home. So basically, I have already done reconnaissance and rough SWOT analysis, SWOT analysis, when I registered in the NEP class. My main purpose really is to acquire the knowledge and skills on how to start business with lesser chance of failing. That is by preparing a very good business plan. If only there was a promo in non-formal courses like Enroll One, Free One courses, nagpaparinig daw ako, I would have taken PED with NEP. But because of the crisis I'm into, I couldn't afford to enroll both courses. I asked some virtual friends who are familiar with the courses, how is PED different from NEP? And then I thought that I probably need NEP to materialize my idea. So I ended up enrolling in NEP. Well, that's all for my experience, and I would like to share another unforgettable insight that I have learned from the Social Network movie in 2010 about the story of the student Mark Zuckerberg, the CEO of Facebook.com. He is one of the very young billionaires, very young successful entrepreneur. Is the heads up of the Harvard University official who reminded that students in their prime institution are trained not to seek employment nor to seek for a higher position in a company, but they are trained to make a difference in the society, that is by providing employment to others. And I think this is also very true for the students in the Philippine Prime Institution, UP. So, entrepreneurs actually are the most wanted people in any society. They are the backbone of the country's economy. Other than it creates competition that enhances output, most of all, it creates new jobs and revenues. It contributes to the country's economic growth by combating unemployment, and it makes a difference in people's lives. It actually inspires us to do more, to expand, and to provide more for the people. Do you have what it takes to be an entrepreneur? So, in behalf of the NEP graduating batch, I would like to express my gratitude to our lecturer, course coordinator, Mr. Brian Amante, for being our mentor and our role model, for every guidance, feedback, and patience given to us. Thank you also, UPOU FMDS, for this learning opportunity, especially for home stay mom like me. Just like any graduation ceremonies, we probably have this question in mind. What are we going to do after graduation? As a graduate of NEP, the answer is very simple and straightforward. We either pursue our business plan or we continue our work if it has been already implemented. Unlike other graduation ceremonies, where we wonder whether to take a job or to take the challenge that our society gives us, and apply the knowledge and skills that we have acquired from the Learning Prime Institution of the Philippines, NEP students have a lot more to do. It is just where the journey of being an entrepreneur begins. Thank you and good afternoon.
Thank you, Sir Brian Amante Belen. Thank you, NEP classmates. Thank you for a very productive NEP learning experience. Congratulations to all of the graduates. Congratulations to all of us, and more power.